You know what? I'm tired of seeing Wally West solo my favorite characters on TikTok. I use that app when I'm bedrotting. I'm not trying to get rage baited when I'm wasting my time. That trend should have stayed forgotten in 2020, but it deadass revives itself every couple months. But luckily, the scores Robin gave to Wally in Teen Titans Go will never disappear. So I'm just gonna rub some salt into those wounds and analyze the humbling my glorious King Robin gave to Kid Flash. So it all starts off with Kid Flash showing off by low-diffing the Titans' arch enemies, the Hive. And to add insult to injury, he also embarrasses Robin in front of the Huz. Basically, Kid Flash is people-pleasing to get into the Titans. But Robin's trying to cook Kid Flash by pointing out how Kid Flash is a one-trick pony, by showing off his own talents, like his butt cheek. Yo, why is Goonfire staring at Robin's bunda? So Kid Flash and Robin decide to have a race in 1 week, and as Robin gets his prep time in, he brainwashes the Titans into thinking that hard work and believing in yourself is enough to beat a speedster in a race. But that propaganda and prep time did nothing except make Robin's loss more embarrassing. And you know what I realized? Kid Flash sounds and acts like Sonic. The way he was gloating over Robin is like how Noah Lyles was doing Speed.
Ooh, there I am.
Whoa.
There you are back there.
He did turn around and look at you as he passed.
I looked at him and then he started jumping.
And then you have Robin trying not to admit he lost by asking for multiple rematches, and this whole scenario is basically what happened with Ashton Hall and Speed. And to make matters worse, the Titans switch up on their day one Robin with no hesitation. So as a montage of the Titans betraying Robin starts playing, Robin starts thinking to himself, what's the point in moving if Kid Flash is faster than me anyways? And even though that does sound concerning, Robin's multiple personalities start speaking to him so he can motivate himself. I don't even blame Robin for being schizophrenic after the way his quote-unquote friends treat him. Do you remember that one prank they did on him?
Your parents, they're here, man. Well, where are they?
They are just on the other side of the door.
Mommy, Daddy, your baby is coming. April Fools!
Robin for real needs to cut these people off, but he does the opposite instead and tries to win back his team by challenging Kid Flash to various competitions like a cheek smaxing contest. And I'm not skipping the fact that Starfire said marry me after witnessing Kid Flash's twin moons. She's for the streets. But the bottom line is, we live in a cruel world where only those who believe in themselves and have super speed will get them whatever they want. So you have to create your own rules, like my goat Robin. So he breaks Wally's legs at the speed of light and wins the race, and this was really emotional. His team carries him off into the sunset whilst Kid Flash is writhing in pain in the background. I've probably rewatched this clip at least 6-7 times. It's definitely a top 5 video, but this isn't the end of the video because luckily for us, Kid Flash gets humiliated even more in a 2-part episode where the Teen Titans are competing with other superhero teams to see who can achieve the highest KD rate hunting down villains. But because Robin's team is overworked, they want a hiatus from crime season. But Robin doesn't care. He beats some criminals for the love of the game. He doesn't care about justice. So to make sure the Titans fall in line, he will organize a pizza party if they win the competition like the good corporate manager he is. But then that dork Kid Flash appears, so Robin starts rage baiting him because he beat Kid Flash in a race fair and square, and he rage baits by creating a hood classic.
What you got there, sour grapes? You got a grip of sour grapes.
This is the only song in my playlist, but Kid Flash is here to run it back and speedrun his way to top 1. And he almost won, but you need a team to qualify for this competition. And that's going to be really hard for Wally West because nobody likes him. Even Robin had to pick these bottom of the barrel bombs to form a team as his last resort. So after a montage of the Titans catching villains, Kid Flash bought everyone some sour grapes, but for real. His lame ass tried to steal Robin's unreliable teammates again through positive reinforcement. Well, almost all of his teammates. Kid Flash is acting like Beast Boy doesn't exist, and I'm not gonna let that slide because Beast Boy is the coolest guy on this show. This goat showed us that anyone can bag a goth baddie if they are determined, and Robin had enough of this behaviour because how are happy employees going to help out his shareholders? So after some gaslighting and guilt tripping, he gets the Titans to reluctantly stay for the 50-second villain capture. You know it's bad if Beast Boy thinks being ignored by Kid Flash is better than whatever Robin is doing as an alternative. But it's time to move on to the epic train fight against Killer Moth. So Starfire starts things off by punching Killer Moth and Cyborg deflects his attack with an air fryer. Then Beast Boy transforms into a pterodactyl and Robin rides him and starts spamming batarangs at Killer Moth. He then starts to retaliate by trapping Robin and Beast Boy in an air fryer, but Raven clutches up by saving them using a black hole. She then starts trying to hit Killer Moth with these black hole spikes, but he weaves through everything and now all the Titans are chasing him. But it's too late because he sets off an exploding spider to separate himself from them, so he can now grow his pet in nuclear waste. Wow, that was a generational performance from Killer Moth. He literally just clutched a 1v5, and now that he's given birth to this weird giant mutant baby thing, he's on phase 2. But Kid Flash disrupts the fight by pulling up in a party boss to kidnap the Titans mid-fight, and the fact that Kid Flash is doing this and the Titans minus Beast Boy get on the party boss instead of stopping the weird mutant baby thing just looks really immoral. Good thing my goat Beast Boy stayed behind to help Robin. He definitely didn't get abandoned or anything. And now these two have to somehow beat this Bloodborne boss. Never mind, they got flatlined. So Robin and Beast Boy limp home in crutches, and it's not looking good because Robin is now in a duo with a comic relief character, and this doesn't classify as a team. So while Robin is rightfully eating his own sour grapes, Kid Flash carries the Titans for free whilst they chill in the party boss. And Robin is currently mourning potentially missing out on the chance to add another trophy to his case. But maybe he just needs to change his perspective because Arsenal are still trying to add a single trophy to their case. Anyways, Beast Boy actually clutched up by recruiting the big three of the Justice League to the Teen Titans. Never mind, it's just the Tooth Fairy, Santa Claus and Hoop Angel, and these guys are just weird. Santa's saying he'll do anything to join because his wife is a real lump of coal, and I don't know what that means and I don't want to, and the Tooth Fairy will join for teeth. Da, 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 da. And all I have to say to that is, Robin better sleep with one eye open because the Tooth Fairy is the definition of a red flag. And I'm not gonna lie, the Titans lineup is reminding me of the boys so much right now. This is how you know the team is completely random and dysfunctional. So this team up is either gonna cook real hard or flop crazy. The boys try to stop this diamond thief, but Robin gets punched in the jaw and the Tooth Fairy starts collecting his teeth. And then Hoop Angel starts making the thief dance with his meme audios and Santa wraps up the thief's diamond, but Kid Flash had enough of this tomfoolery and stole the win. So Robin's in trouble here. The score is currently 51-51, and even though Robin's begging the OG Titans to rejoin his team, they don't want to because they don't like work and it hurts their back, and that's fair enough. They get all the same achievements without having to do anything, and Kid Flash will splash out on them with unlimited pizza. Seriously though, where is Wally getting all this money from? He's definitely got some money laundering scheme going on in the background. Robin was tired of everyone's uselessness, so he broke Hoop Angel's banjo, and this is where Santa starts a musical number to explain how it's the leader's duty to mold a team of weirdos into a well-oiled up machine. He even used an example. You know how Santa has a bunch of reindeers like Dancer, Prancer and other people? He also has Tyson and Grable, and these guys were just useless, so he delegated work to them by making them become unpaid factory workers, as a good leader does. My group leader essentially needs to take some detailed notes from this video. Now it's time for the get back against Killer Moth and the big mutant baby monster. But before that happens, Robin must apologize to Kid Flash for being inferior to him. Psych! He's getting his second knee broken. And the best part is that the Titans are just watching this happen in his jacuzzi. The aura loss is beautiful, and the boys simply low diff Killer Moth with a power of friendship punch, and we all lived happily ever after, especially because Robin gets to teabag Kid Flash with the Sour Grape song playing in the background. If you've never seen Teen Titans Go, then you'd probably think this show is about protecting the world from supervillains, and that might be true for like 10% of the show, but the other 90% is so it's so unpredictable. I'll just let you watch this.
I'm right, I'm left, I'm left, I'm right, 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 I'm
Yes, you saw a group of people that are capable of destroying the world have a high difficulty fight against a sandwich. And you're probably wondering what series of events needs to happen to even put you in this situation. So we're gonna need to back up for this one. Basically, Robin has dedicated his life to making the perfect sandwich. And when he goes into his high security base, he finds out that it's been stolen. So he was gonna slide back with that sandwich by any means necessary. And he really stood on business. Like bro, he literally hacked into Cyborg, drugged Starfire and was swimming through Beast Boy's stomach all for a goddamn sandwich. The other Titan members better stop sleeping on Robin because this guy is genuinely unhinged. So yeah, after ruining the trust of his teammates, it doesn't end there. Robin goes to the future because he doesn't even trust himself. He thinks his future self stole the sandwich because it's that perfect. This form of glazing needs to be studied. But when Robin sees his future self, all he sees is a bum.
Honey, I'm home. I'm just kidding. I live alone.
I'm gonna go off on a tangent for a second, but the scriptwriters really need to leave Robin alone, man. Because Robin was really getting cooked on a daily basis like it was some ritual or something. Imagine going to the future and seeing you're a bum. You might as well off yourself at that point. If this episode was made in 2024, the writers probably would have made Robin and Nightwing go band for band just because they enjoy watching this guy suffer. This is probably why Robin is so mentally unstable, to be honest. Every episode he has to go through these trials that make what Guts went through look like child's play in comparison. Just give my guy Robin a W because he desperately needs it. Okay, rant over. Robin's next theory as to what happened to the sandwich was that it flew away. He thought it was so perfect, but it evolved into a sentient being and floated away. So they teleported to the sandwich's lair and he was right for once in his miserable life. Even the Titans were baffled. You gotta respect the determination Robin had to overpower this OP sandwich. The moral of the story is that Robin is the king of holding grudges. And that's literally the lesson of the episode. Never let go of grudges, which is horrible advice. Yeah, I'm sure this episode would give Thorfinn nightmares. I don't even know if this video is about Teen Titans Go or if it's a deep analysis into the mind of Robin at this point. That reminds me, do you guys remember when Robin had a life or death battle against George Washington? Yeah, you're gonna have to let me give you guys context on this situation as well, because it's not every day you get to run a fade against George Washington. As we know, Robin is a bit of an intolerable person. So his methods to getting re-elected as the group leader got everyone so fed up, and I don't blame them considering all he was doing was instigating for shits and giggles. But it got to the point where Raven was so pissed off that she summoned George Washington to put Robin in his place. Imagine having this guy on speed dial, that's such a flex. Even then, Raven's plan didn't even work out that well because Robin was locked in with those instigation tactics. They just overpowered whatever the first president could throw at him. Robin, when he's motivated, is simply him. Eventually, Washington and Robin both drew because nobody gives a shit about this election, so the winner had to get decided by pitting both of them against each other in the gulag. This fight was actually goated if I'm being real. I know we all thought Robin was gonna pack up Unk back to his time period, but Big George was pulling out anything and everything from his inventory like he was Toji or something. Like, peep how he is utilizing that ego for mid-air combat. This isn't his first rodeo. What was going on in the 1700s for George to be strapped up like this? And then watch how he summons a freedom shield from thin air to fend off those projectiles. Robin almost got the best of George, but he was only using 10% of his power. When that Statue of Liberty mech bonked Robin, there was no recovering. Uncle low diff to Robin. Robin may have lost the battle, but he won the war, because while George became the new Teen Titans leader, Robin snuck into Raven's time machine and became the president of America, as shown by the dollar bill change. To be honest, I can't believe all the shit that just came out of my mouth. Everything I was talking about is so ridiculous. Like, who even comes up with this stuff? Alright, we've psychoanalyzed Robin enough. Let's take a look at our next suspect, Beast Boy. I know what you're thinking at this point. What's this show's deal with turning food into whatever this is? Well, the point this time was to show everyone that vegans are weirdos. And I mean, Beast Boy is a bit of a weirdo himself. After all, he's the only guy I can remember who openly calls Starfire and Raven dog. He's also the only guy who can shapeshift into a dog and bark when he sees someone's face. So yeah, maybe the writers of the series are trying to tell you that vegans are the living embodiment of male Makima fans and female Gojo fans. But hey, what do I know? Anyways, Beast Boy was trying to prove that being a vegan isn't bad, and as you can see from these science drawings that he drew, the vegetables line keeps going up, so it's good for you. The pros of being a vegan include morphing into Popeye, obtaining abs within 60 seconds, avoiding meat sweats, and most importantly, turning green. Yeah, the Titans got so obsessed with eating vegetables that they turned into green mindless people who worship a giant floating carrot. This is the type of shit that only happens to people who don't have a balanced diet. But that carrot was truly packing up Beast Boy. Until Beast Boy clocked he could reconvert everyone back into a carnivore diet. Even the carrot started joining in on the mukbang. The Titans are lucky the floating carrot didn't know how to hold back, because they overfed the carrot so much it exploded everywhere, mixing the meat and the vegetables. Now that's what I call a balanced diet. Ha 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 ha.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Alright, I think this is a good place to end the video. It felt nice to talk about the Teen Titans Go again. I think the show got unnecessary hate because people just weren't appreciating it for what it is. It was a shit show, but a hilarious one for sure. Also, I can't believe you guys didn't want to see my Pokemon rap. I only got like 34 likes on my last video. It's not like I wanted to do the Pokemon rap either, but that hurt my feelings, so let's try to get 50 likes on this video. Also, comment whether you're a Teen Titans Go hater or if you actually like it. I'm curious. And subscribe, it really helps. I made this food heavy related video during Ramadan, so I deserve some compensation. And as always, I'll see you all in the next video.